So just now to show the Minority Report. The caretaker of the three, he was describing each individual person and their characteristics and their experiences and exactly each individual's person's part, which all three together make up the whole, how they all differ. One becoming the person that they envision they see, another only being able to see murder, mayhem, terror. And describing this, and the gentleman he's talking to said, "Oh, I see someone has become attached." Of course, in a negative manner. That it is not highly looked upon to become attached and involved and to have compassion and empathy with one or ones who are deemed lesser than. Although they obviously are in a way greater than, for they possess something that normal humans don't, but which we appreciate and value because of the fact they use them for a purpose. So value is found in their very being of who they are and what they do. But at the same time, as their uniqueness is being exploited, there's a demeaning and a putting down of how did they do that? For what purpose? How does that work? That's awesome to do that. But you're not human. We can do to you what we want because not only not the same as us, it's only because you're not the same as us. Because not that you're lesser than us, because you possess something that is greater than us. You know how that works. And yet, as this is just a show, created for the imagination, is in truth a representation of a current state of being. For that connection is just understanding that that next person is us. It is us by the commonality of being in pure total form. However you want to break it down, how deep you want to go, we're all the same. All the same. Unless we're not. And the reason we're not is because of the truth of the difference. And yet it's still regulated by the truth. So we are the same still because we are all under the same direction of law. But we have to believe that the person's the same. For we know that we are different in some way. So no matter how different that one seems to the extreme of one end and the spectrum one is, they still are one with us. Beholden to the same law as us, we as them. Thus, as one sees them as their self, it is a connection of realizing that if that was me, then I would not want to be in that position myself. And if I was as them, then I could be in that position myself, unless I don't believe that I couldn't be that way. That there's no way that it could have been that I could have been that way. For to believe that is to say that at the same time there's no way they could have been that way, but obviously they were that way. As anyone is in real life and how they are. It can't be anything else. Can't be anything else. So it's appreciation for what you are in them. They are in you. That connection. A connection that exists in truth. Unless you don't have empathy for yourself even. Unless you don't have love for yourself even. And maybe one can question how one shows by way of movement that they love their self. And if it can be verified by the and vouched for in truth, what the external action is of one who loves their self. Loving oneself. Loving oneself for a reason. By way of what? By way of just truth of existence. Because I am myself, I shall love myself. Well, what am I loving myself? How am I loving myself? As in, there's a disconnect where I can love some aspect of myself, and that's what we think we can love some. We can love the good part of ourselves and ask for forgiveness for the bad part, as if they are separate from us, as if they are not us. How can I love myself when I am holy? But let's say I do love myself. What is that true projection? Is that indifference? Is it apathy? Is it concern? Is it connection? Hasn't been determined. Should it be determined? Because by way of law of nature it is, it has been determined. Truth speaks to it. Truth speaks to it if it can or can't, and all that is involved in it. So it's there sitting there. The question is, do we find value in it? It's specifically in truth. Specifically. As it applies to everything. In general. If you cannot relate to the pain and suffering of another in all aspects, but we allow ourselves to suffer too. We go through the same suffering and allow it. And so I guess the love is the same. Before we put ourselves in detrimental situations, in detrimental existence. And so we give the same to others also, just as we give to ourselves. So I guess we are consistent. For he whom you want to give compassion and empathy to, when not in a situation, may not give it to another. They may cause the pain of another. But if you believe that to be a wrong, and doing wrong is being wrong, committing wrong acts. Then the question is their choice in doing such, or their automatic movement in doing such, and doing, and in some sense, some manner, in truth, that must be spoken to. There's a part of the control you have, so you have compassion for that, for you know that you are the same. And for that one aspect where it can be said that they are in control, they fully deciding to do that which is wrong. Then you can have compassion for their blindness. They lack to be able to see the wrong. Have compassion for their ignorance, like to know that it's wrong.